Hello everybody, my name is Rick Bonelli from Ranshaw Plumbing and Heating. I'm the president of the company, and today we like to feature our third generation of plumbing van that was built and designed by Hing Lai, who's standing right next to me. This Sprinter truck is a plumbing truck that has been designed from ideas of our original truck, but we have made tremendous improvements to add more real estate and more bins and more storage based on our original design that was in 2011 Sprinter. It won 2014 PM Truck of the Month, and that truck was an excellent truck. So today we would welcome everybody on a display of this beautiful truck.
Okay, so anyway, we had one, and immediately, I had asked Rick once we got this new Sprinter that how can I possibly squeeze more room into this truck that was already maxed out. I brought him inside the truck, and he said, God, Hing, I can't find any other available space. So it was a challenge for me, but overall, I think it worked out really well. So
I could not believe the added space that he was able to put into this truck that you could never ever do with metal bins, even the custom metal bins that these companies, so-called companies, say they can build for you. I brought them down to show me, can you build a vehicle with bins such as what Hing has done? They could not do it. Okay.
And I'll just show this to you. Yeah. And let's just open this side. So we had such a great success with the our last truck, which we won PM Magazine, and we sought to improve. So I decided to keep what was worked out really well, the same way it was, but then we modified it to make it even better. The first couple of things, the first thing I did was the lights, I liked so much, but instead of 3 lights, I added 4 lights, so it's even brighter than it was before. And I also figured that I didn't want to, feel so claustrophobic, so the same concept, but I shortened this about an extra inch. So believe it or not, the extra 2 inches makes a very big difference. And then on my previous truck, the design was that this area above the wheel well was just a blank piece of wood. And I said, that's valuable real estate, so how can we do that? So I crammed everything I thought was possible that we need. For instance, inside here we have pry bar and cat's paws, right? We have soot shovels and slap hammer and C-clamps hidden in here. On this side, we have a jet sweat, lead ladles, chain wrench, spud tools. However small it may be, it's valuable real estate. Okay, we have small parts for like air valves, small bushings, bleeders, and everything else like that. Another thing we also did too was that in my previous truck, this area was just dedicated solely for a broom dustpan, waste of valuable real estate. So what I did instead was I took the bottom portion of the dustpan, and in this same space, I put in a regular drill, a rigid 690, Healy coil kits, lead runners, and torches and hoses and ratchet straps in this space. So what did I do with my poles? What I did was I mounted it to the ceiling, so when I need them, whatever I use for a broom or anything, I pull it down as I need. Another great thing I also added to this truck was, in certain places you need like a big ratchet to take out like a huge bushing or something like that. So I bought myself a really huge Sears Craftsman set that goes up to 2 3/8, and I have a 40-inch 3/4 drive ratchet. Okay. Now what we also did too was we added more space. We actually took out the generator because we needed to add a lot more gas service parts. So within these 2 bins, we have all these items that has to do with gas service, boilers, and everything else like that, and we have testing equipment all in this one space. And I thought that wasn't even enough. So what we did...
So this truck is designed to do all types of plumbing repairs, caulking joints, doing gas service, making any kind of plumbing repairs. We do a lot of maintenance in apartment buildings. So we're able to do everything out of this one van.
So, another challenge we said was, hey, the guys just said, hey, where's your, they said, where's your B tank? It says right here. The B tank took valuable space. So what I did to free up the space so I could put my shop vac in a nicely tucked area, I have 2 MC tanks that's actually hidden behind those 2 buckets. So instead of one big B tank, I got 2 MC tanks. And the same aspect, I still have the freeze tank, but I added 2 extra cubbies in this same space that does not impact this ladder. So we have screws, BX fittings, latex gloves, and also more gas service parts in here. Okay? Now, being that I'm not a tall guy, what I learned from my previous truck was that sometimes I had difficulty reaching items inside here. So I used to stand on a bucket. Not cool. Sometimes they would actually fall. So what I did, I built a special cubby here. Made it for such a tall guy like me. So now I'm at the proper height. But you understand, this is custom designed for me. And I can look and find everything I want in here. Okay? That doesn't even end there. I also added plumber's toilet paper right here for the heavy duty jobs, right? Now, so I looked at what could I do with the front over here. I said, wow, empty space in the previous truck. Now we know Kohler has multiple flappers. So we decided to make a special cubby for just Kohler flapper and repair parts like shower bodies, cartridges, everything. All fit inside here with also inside additional map gas. Then also from here, we have this little space. The previous truck had just a little shelf. We said, why not make something useful out of it? And we have tank lever handles and certain parts like Elger, American Standard that take up a lot of space over here. But one of the truly greatest challenges I ever had was, I'll show you from this side over here. And the plumbers really, really love this, okay, was having pre-made nipples on this truck, okay. My previous truck, we had like bins that stacked on top, and I realized it was a real pain in the butt to actually try to lift up the rigid 300 and pull each individual thing out. So I thought long and hard, and I said, gotta make it more tighter and get more space out of it. So my previous one was the same height as this, but what I did differently was I built this special thing, and if you look very closely, I have all the nipples inside here from 3/4 to 2 inch, okay, in 1/2 inch increments, from 7 to 18 in 1/2 inch increments, and I have 1/2 inch, 3/4, 1 inch, 1.25 inch, and 2 inch, and all nested inside each other. So basically, even though I have this rigid 300, I actually don't have to ever use it because I always got my nipples right over here. Now, the fact that I was able to condense it to this height over here, I was even able to gain more valuable real estate, which is namely this. A drawer for some wrenches, some other stuff, thermocouples, little parts, and everything else like that in the same space. So whereas the other truck, it took up the same amount of space, but only had nipples, now it has the nipples nested inside, very neat and clean, and very accessible. And we have this drawer over here. Now, the other challenge was that I had to carry a number 30 and a number 15 expansion tanks. They're very, very bulky. If you keep inside the box, they just look like hell after a while. So my challenge was, where do I fit something like that? I couldn't find any space over here because it stuck out too much, but I said, let's look at the bulkhead. What we did was a very interesting idea. We actually utilized the space underneath the on the side of the bulkhead. So right above my head, in addition to my LED spotlight, first aid kit, fire extinguisher, I have a number 15 and number 30 expansion tank. Totally out of the way in a space that does not impede anyone walking in and out, okay? And one thing different about this truck as compared to the other truck, this one has bench seats. So I may ask, where on this truck do I actually have 75 feet of 3/4 inner diameter hose and extra extension cords and other things like that? And the answer happens to be right underneath this bench seat over here. If you look at this, I have 75 feet of 3/4 inner diameter hose, extra 50-foot extension cord, my cord for my rigid 300, but I keep something very special in here. Have you guys ever tried to drain down a 75-gallon water heater with a regular pony pump? You're talking about 10 to even 15 minutes. I have in this space over here a Liberty 331 model portable transfer pump, and with a 3/4 inner diameter stainless steel flex hose. It does not collapse amongst itself because when you use this pump, it has such a great vacuum that the hose actually collapses. So I use this in conjunction with this. I can drain out a 75-gallon water heater in less than 4 minutes flat. It's incredible. So this truck is a lot better. I think I made a lot of improvements and just maxed my every inch of space, and I feel even more proud and more productive of working from this truck. Now, if you would like to see a full comprehensive video of my previous truck, rather than go the whole entire thing, we can go on, Rick?
You can go on www.ranshaw.com. You'll see our other vehicles there, and we challenge anyone to meet or match anything like this. Thank you for watching.
Thank you very much.